up, everybody? This is Logan, and this is my channel Bougie and Pink, where we talk about fashion related topics. Today we're talking about kind of the tail end of New York Fashion Week in terms of street styles for spring and summer 2024. And I think right now Milan Fashion Week and London Fashion Week is going down, so that's super exciting. But I'm going to be going back to New York Fashion Week to talk about some of the popular street styles that we were seeing out there. And yeah, I think this will be really fun, especially if you're trying to be super trendy this season and get into some new trends that were coming out. Sorry, I just saw my sweater and I was like, dang, that's cute. It's lime green. I wouldn't say this is my favorite color, obviously, because it's bougie and pink, but I like the color. It's cute. Anyway, so let's get into the video. So first, I did another video on this topic already. Not on this topic, it was about the runway trends that we were seeing from New York Fashion Week 2024 for spring and summer. And in that video, I kind of explained how I'm going to do this, which is I look at the screen, see the outfits, and I talk. So if it looks like I'm staring at you specifically, I am like, yeah, I'm sorry. It's gone. Like, I'm just staring at my screen, so I'm trying to see what I can see at the time. It's not a huge fancy setup, so that's how it's gonna roll. But just stick with me, y'all. It's gonna be fun. Let's get into the first couple of trends that I noticed in the street style, which were see, I'm pulling up right now. So this was something I touched on in my last video, something I was talking about, like runway fashion trends, and one of them was an all red look, which I thought was super cute, and I saw it mostly with dresses. So they would have dress styles, like these beautiful dresses and beautiful like accessories with red, and it was just like an all ensemble of like this bold statement color red. And this time somebody the influencer Brown Girl Chi did this look, but with a suit, which I thought was super cute, and a Dior bag. So we can see that this kind of all red trend is hitting the streets, but also not just in the form of a dress, but also like suits, and like even the design of the dress is really of the suit is really pretty, because it's not just like a plain like material. It's like got embroidery and stuff on it. Another thing that I didn't mention in my last video when I was talking about the trends at New York Fashion Week was bomber jackets. I noticed that a lot of people, a lot of designers had bomber jackets in their like collections, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I didn't see it enough for it to be like something I talked about in my last video of the top trends that I saw, but it definitely was one of the trends. And so I saw a couple people doing cool looks with bomber jackets, and Nadia Phillips here, she's wearing this really cool brown leather bomber jacket that's oversized and like this classic streetwear look. So that's also something that is a trend from New York Fashion Week that we're seeing outside as well. And then Amy Song, I hope I'm saying that correctly, we see her in this kind of classic dress style that I noticed a lot on the runway. These are mostly styles that I did not really talk about in my last video, but this dress I saw a lot on the runway, and like the cowl neck, or like kind of the loose fittingness of it and the length. So I thought that was really interesting of how that's being incorporated into streetwear. And as you can see, it's a really gorgeous look, and she pairs it with a clutch and some really nice heels. So I just thought this was a very lovely look to do that trend with. And the last one with Tiara Monet, we see there was this kind of trend going around on the runway that I also noticed, which was like, I don't know exactly what to call them, but it's like floral pieces that were huge on outfits. Like they'd be like about this big on an outfit, and it was like a amalgamation of like fabric and everything that made into these cute like pieces on people's outfits. And so we're seeing that on hers, and with like this cute top, and I love how she pairs it with these jeans that have a also kind of similar design on them, and just a cool way to bring like these like really done up looks into streetwear. Because like honestly, when I saw some of them on the runway, I was like, how do you pull that off in streetwear? But I think she does a really good job at it. So another trend that I noticed that I did not see on the runway at all, but saw a lot in the streetwear from New York Fashion Week, was Barbie aesthetic or Barbiecore. And obviously, I think it's because like the Barbie movie came out, and it was, I feel like honestly, it may have would have been an influence on kind of the fashion scene if it had come out like, and like we'd seen like people's desire for this Barbiecore look before like run the fashion season hit. But I definitely think a lot of people were influenced by the obviously amazing styles in that movie. I thought it was so cute. I really liked the movie, and a lot of people were really inspired by some of the looks. And as we can see in some of the looks I found, first of all, I hope I don't butcher her username, but I think it's like Model Rose. Like her fit, this fit is incredible. Honestly, this was a super cute fit that I saw, and I was like, it's definitely totally giving Barbie down to the tights, and this like, I guess like tweed suit is super cute, and I love how she pairs it with that bag, like just like giving Barbie all the way, and it looks amazing. And then we have Dawn J in like this kind of like grungy kind of Barbie look. I think that is also, and the pale pinkness of it, like the color, super gorgeous. I love the way the fit is, and it kind of reminds me of like one of those Barbie looks that she did, like the Barbie look where she has like the cowgirl kind of outfit on. That's what that one reminded me of. So I'm not exactly sure if he was purposely going for a Barbie aesthetic when I was seeing like the outfits that he had, but I was like, this definitely is giving me Barbie. And then we have Grow with Haley. Also, I love how she spells her username, pretty cool. But she has kind of this top that I saw a lot on the runway this season. This was another trend that I didn't really touch on, and I don't know actually if this is a trend or just something that I've never seen before in terms of these tops, but I've been seeing them a lot lately. They're really pretty. I don't really know how to describe them, but I love how she pairs it into like this cute Barbie look with like those classic like Barbie pink colors. Definitely a kind of simple look, but still really adorable. And then this last look on the end with Gee Whiz, I love, I feel like this is kind of a in between the street style from Fashion Week and the Barbie look, because she's definitely giving into this like that low waist trend that we're seeing from New York Fashion Week, but also kind of still a Barbie like vibe with the pink and the fit of it, the style of it, the hairstyle. It's just giving all Barbie. And then I kind of had to cut it out a bit just to fit it into this like picture that I have here, but she has a pink cell phone too, which I was like, vibes, total vibes. Now we're getting into some actual like runway trends that I saw on the runway that I think were reflected in streetwear for this season, and that would be the low waist trend. I feel like a lot of people ran with this and made it look super cool. On the side from your curator, on the left hand side, we see like this cute butterfly top, which I was like, bro, where did she find that? That is gorgeous. And then the clutch that she has paired with these really low-waisted jeans that are loose fitting, but just really bring out that like low waist trend that we're seeing a lot on the runway right now. And also with this next look, kind of the same thing where we're having like cropped tops, and a very low waist to kind of emphasize like the distance between the two. And I like her jeans too. This top is also totally giving. And then we have Not Kai. I'm gonna say, I hope I didn't say that wrong. He's also giving this like really awesome low waist look that's kind of like concealed a bit by his top. Like it's not as shown as like the other two pictures that I have, but like it's still definitely there. And I like how he did the like his pants look, with kind of like the distance between the two, kind of like making so many like geometric shapes there. So definitely a cool way to play with it. And another thing that I would say that's going on with this outfit too is on the runway I saw a lot of all white looks, and this is definitely like an all white look for sure that is combining like two runway trends that I would argue that's what it's doing. And on the end we have this skirt look. But also a low waist with the classic color pink, my favorite, and these really cute boots. So definitely seeing this low waist trend incorporated in street style, which I was really interested to see because I was like, how are people gonna work this into their styles? Because personally, I never really got into that trend, so I was like interested to see how it would be done and what kind of styles you could wear it with. And I think this is a really cool way to see that. Another fashion trend that I feel like is also stemming from the runway is like this real like the hem length of skirts has undresses has really dropped. And I was referencing in my last video how this kind of relates to this thing called the hemline index that kind of predicts economic activity, with like low hemlines being an indicator of like kind of a worse economic activity, and higher hemlines being an indicator of better economic activity. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, which is interesting to know. But we're definitely seeing a lot of more lower hemlines on this runway. Kind of with, I hope I say her name, Ivy. I don't know how to say that, but her outfit's obviously super cute. I love on the side how she's pairing like two contrasting colors with each other to really bring out the red, but also kind of bring in those blues as well. And definitely a cute fit. I noticed after I made all these slides that she's wearing a romper in this picture. So I was like, I don't know if I technically can include this as part of a lower hem length trend, but I think the fit looked good, so I was like, you know what, it deserves a time to shine. And then on the next picture, you can see her in an actual dress with a lower hemline, kind of emphasizing how that trend is a thing. And then we have Ale, I hope I said that right too, with like definitely giving so much color. I love this, like definitely a huge bounce of color. And she's also bringing in that metallic trend that we saw on the runway too, with like the silver metal. And then I don't know if this is a myth, but somebody referenced like the silver metallic trend kind of being related to Beyonce's Renaissance and how she's like telling everyone to wear silver. So I don't know if that's a thing. If it is, I really do love that trend because I love Beyonce. So if that is the reason that we're seeing a lot of silver metallic stuff, I love that. And kind of not to go on a tangent, but I think an interesting thing outside of the runway, like outside of runway trends, street fashion also has trends from like pop culture too. So kind of with the Beyonce silver, the Barbiecore look, those are things that just came from like pop culture and started into fashion. So I think that's cool because it's not just what's coming off the runway that influences fashion, but also kind of what our pop culture references are. Um, Definitely, I love the color, especially because I'm seeing a lot more color here in these street fashion pics than I did on the runway, which I'm loving. As like on the end, we have another low hemline with a cute slit and kind of also giving that like, I don't know what I would describe this material as, but like shimmery, I feel like is a good word. Curly cries. I want to say that's her username. Definitely, that's a cute fit. Definitely a cute fit. But the low hem length trend is something I definitely still noticed in streetwear. So I'm assuming that's gonna pick up as well. For the kind of a trend that I referenced in my last video being a 70s kind of 70s 60s aesthetic, I wasn't really seeing a lot of that in streetwear when I was looking at the streetwear trends, but I did notice a few kind of ways that people are incorporating like knitwear and from the like from a 70s aesthetic into street fashion. We have Janae Naylor in this awesome like hot pink blazer that's also still giving kind of Barbie, even though maybe that's not the look she was going for, but definitely kind of that classic look being incorporated into today. And then I will also argue Amy Song's sweater that she has on here is also going back to that previous time, and kind of like the ruffles, the fit of the top. Definitely a cool way to bring an old era into a new era. So I think the commitment to the 70s look on the runway is a lot harder than in streetwear, but still super cute. Um, and this is what I was referencing in my last video. The silver trend I think I'm gonna say it comes from Beyonce, even if I'm wrong, because honestly, she's a fashion icon in my opinion. So, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of this though. Like a lot of people definitely going into silver metallic. We see Ice Spice in this fit from Marc Jacobs that's absolutely gorgeous. And then we're seeing these awesome boots that I honestly have huge envy for and would like die for actually. Those are so cute. And then on the end we're seeing this like metallic skirt with a matching kind of silver purse, and intermixed in these two looks on the side are color, which I find very interesting way to incorporate metal with a pop of color too. But yeah, definitely seeing a silver metal metallic-y trend that I'm gonna argue is kind of influenced by Beyonce and pop culture, which is honestly iconic. And then the last trend that I saw in streetwear that I was interested to see how it be incorporated is sheer. Because on the runway, sheer was like definitely in a lot of these looks. We're seeing like a bra underneath the sheer top. Camille Darby has it there. Kyla Cake, I'm gonna say, and then Miss Alex La Rosa have all included a bra under their sheer tops to kind of emphasize the look. And I would argue that is interesting to see how it's worn. Obviously, no one's not gonna have a bra on and wear it in public, I guess, but that's how it was worn on the runway. So it's kind of interesting to see it adopted to streetwear and see how these looks go. But I love how Natalia Love Caban, I hope I said that right too, is wearing this sheer dress. Definitely gorgeous, and I love how the top and the bottoms underneath kind of like, I don't know, emphasize the like shape of the dress. Definitely a cute item that is I will definitely be hopping on in terms of getting into the fashion trends that are going on right now. But I thought that this trend was really cool, especially to see it incorporated into streetwear, because I feel like it's kind of difficult to pull off at times just because of like you're in public, and I don't know, some people just don't love fashion as much as I do, but I don't know. But I also like how Kyla Cake did a low waist trend with her sheer top, kind of incorporating two trends into it, and that color looks amazing on her. I don't think I forgot. Okay, y'all, this was a kind of a long video, but I apologize. I just really wanted to get this out and start talking about it because, I don't know, I'm new to YouTube. This is like my 14th video, and I'm really just trying to get into talking about fashion because that's really what I love to do. And honestly, this was really fun to like set up and bring together. So I really hope y'all enjoyed. If you have any other trends that you notice and you want to talk about, let me know because I'm down. And also, please confirm my suspicions about the Beyonce and the metallic silver trend because I think I'm onto something. I really do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and stay bougie. Bye!